Okay, I just got home from an hour walk because this is what my little miniature schnauzer was like about an hour ago. This is my first little guy. He's my 3-month-old, and in the last couple days he has grown about 10 feet and he's become his terrible whatever twos, I guess, but he's 3.5 months. He's just dirty and disgusting, and we're gonna get him a haircut soon. He's digging in the backyard. Look at him, he's all over. He says, no, I want to play, let me go. I want to go this way. Angelo, how about you settle down for a sec? Now keep in mind, he's a 3.5-month-old miniature schnauzer, so this is what he's like right now. Whoop, sunlight. Do you still have energy? No, are you tired? Are you sure? Okay, good. Thank God. So yeah, I just want to talk a little bit about daycares, and if you're not home for 24 hours a day, why daycares are so beneficial for you. And they're massively beneficial. I do get the luxury of being home. For my last puppies, I was working and there was nobody home for them during the day, and it was just such a mess. It took forever to potty train my min pin because of that reason. I don't know, and he would go in his kennel, like he'd have such a horrible time. It was so bad. I just didn't know at that time. You know, he would rip up his kennel, he would rip up the stuff I put in there, and I was always worried about him at work, and I wasn't sure if he was okay or not. And, you know, half the time he had ate something that was bad for him. Another thing is that a lot of people leave their animals in segregated areas. They don't get the exercise, and you don't know if they're okay while you're gone. And that's the difference with daycares. With daycares, they get the exercise, they are supervised, most of the time I'll talk about that, and they're getting rid of all their energy, their crazy energy, so they don't come home and eat your carpet or eat your shoes or eat your homework or eat whatever they were going to eat if they hadn't expelled that energy. So definitely daycares give you major benefits when it comes to getting rid of your pet's energy and all those bad things that they do. They're going pretty much the whole time they're there. I mean, the whole time they're there, they are running, they're playing, they're learning, they're socializing, they're experiencing, they're having a great time. They should be being disciplined if they're being wrong. Corrected, I guess would be the right word. They should be corrected. They're just learning. It's a great experience for pets and for dogs, and it's definitely highly recommendable. So what you want to look for in a daycare is a daycare that segregates their little dogs from their big dogs, or their puppies from their adult dogs. And the reason is I've seen a lot of daycares that have them all mixed into one, and or even just the puppies with the little dogs, which just because they're little doesn't mean they have the energy of a puppy and can handle them. And I've seen a lot of puppies get bitten at daycares because they are too rambunctious, but they're also getting taught, right? I don't want to scare anybody off from taking their puppies to a daycare, because they get their lessons learned kind of thing. But a lot of people will leave puppies with puppies at daycares, and that's what you really want to look for. Puppies or really high energy dogs is where they should be, or just on their own. I've seen people segregate the big dogs from the little dogs and the puppies. A lot of daycares claim to have nap time. They don't really have a nap time. It's more put everybody into separate kennels or separate areas, and that way the staff get to take a break. They're still exercising throughout there. They're still doing their thing. They're just better left so that they can be unsupervised, that they don't hurt each other, although I've seen it happen sometimes too. So maybe a nap time isn't the thing that's needed. That's not what you should be looking for in a daycare. If they're going to take a break, they go lay in the corner anyways and have a little break from everybody else. So they socialize, they exercise, and they can feed. Daycares can feed your dog at a certain time that you want, and they can give them any medication that they need, and they pretty much take care of it all. And for $15 a day or something, for you to be gone all day, have your dog exercised, socialized, fed, know that they're safe. You come home and they're tired and ready to cuddle. So what to look for in daycares, make sure you can see the daycare, you can see the whole area. They give you a tour through, no problem. There's nothing being hidden from you. If you sense anything being hidden, it's for a reason. Like for instance, you know, everything was fine and good in this one daycare I worked at, but outside in the back where you couldn't see, that's where they would go out for cigarettes around the dogs, or you know, all the dogs would pile up together, and just it wasn't pretty. I've quit more daycares and kennels than I have stayed there because of this reason, not agreeing with the way they do things. So make sure that they openly show you the whole daycare. If they have cameras, that's the best. A lot of these places use let's say they have 3 staff on and they have 60 dogs. So that's 1 person for every 20 dogs. I don't feel that's enough. I think it should be a smaller size daycare with more staff. If you get 2 dogs who fight all the time and another 2 dogs who fight all the time, and a fight breaks out and the staff are focused on that fight, and another fight breaks out and they have to run over there, it's not good enough to have 1 for every, you know, 50 or something like that, which I have done too. I have actually been the 1 person for about 50 or 60 dogs. And I mean, if something would have happened, I may have broken it up, but I'm not sure, right? Plus, you can't keep your eye on all of them. So look for, you know, smaller size daycare, lots of staff, competent staff, not 18-year-olds who go out and smoke in the back all day, or, you know, sit up front and do nothing. Look for older. The other thing is, if you have a dog who doesn't need that much exercise, don't take them. They have a miserable time at daycare. I've seen like a Bernice, just sitting there like sad in the back, did not like to be there. But when the owner came, she would run to see the owner, and the owner thought that she had had a great time. But in the meantime, she was just happy to get the hell out of there. I felt so bad for that owner, for that dog. Like, they just didn't know. And the owner of the daycare made it seem like, you know, that obviously she had had a great time, but she hadn't. She was miserable there. So if you don't have a high energy dog, you know, don't take them. And if you're not sure, make sure, like I said, you can see, you can drive around the back and see, or there's video cameras and you can see what's going on. The other thing is kenneling, which I'll talk about another time. If they have kennel daycare, make sure the kenneling isn't all day, because that's not a daycare either. That's where your dog goes in a kennel and gets taken out once or twice throughout the day to play with maybe a selected dog that might get along with them, or else they're going to be by themselves. And it is safe, and it's providing them a place where they won't be able to hurt themselves or others, but it's not really a high energy burn off for your pet. So yeah, I recommend daycare. I don't mean to scare you off with anything like that. I just want to get out the negatives if you are looking for a daycare or doggy daycare, if you are thinking about it. You want to look for those things, the open area, the video cameras, the good staff, the high ratio of staff to people, and your dog will have an amazing time. It's well worth the investment, and definitely daycare is the way to go if you're going to be at work all day. And he's back up and ready to go. Oh my God. Well, at least I got to talk for a bit, so. And he's found something to eat. Super. And he'll just sit there and chew that. Okay.